Well, boys, it was Easter this weekend, so happy Easter.
Good one.
I hope it was excellent.
Yeah, nice one, Tyler.
Thanks.
You guys celebrate Easter?
Mm-hmm.
I just celebrated April 20th.
Mm-hmm.
Praise it and blaze it, baby.
We'll get into that in a
thing.
second. We'll get into that in a second.
Oh, yeah, it was Easter this weekend.
One thing I saw going around the internet over the weekend for Easter was a large amount of 30-plus-year-olds all saying that they deserve an Easter basket even at 30 years old.
I couldn't agree more.
You agree?
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
because it's like, do you agree? Do you not?
Mhm.
Why do you think we deserve Easter baskets, Tyler?
Because we're still kids at heart. Little candy couldn't kill anything.
Yeah, it's
it
like
feels good.
it's like in reality, your family still has like a jar of like Reese's eggs or jelly beans or whatever sitting on the counter. Would it have hurt your mom to parse that?
Flu game.
You all right?
tried.
No, I know. Are you good?
I'm good.
Was that really loud for anyone else, or is
That
it
was
just
pretty
'cause I was
loud.
sitting right here?
I think it like funneled into the mic.
Yeah, yeah. You live and you learn. For the
Right.
next, it'll happen again.
And
so
Ryan's
just,
Easter basket is cough drops.
I wish. Yeah.
I'll get a cough count going for this
Yeah,
episode.
and no, I'm
Yep.
not coughing because of the smoke inhalation.
Yeah,
just
here we
because I
go.
was. Yeah. Anyway, go. You keep going.
Would it kill
You
your
keep going.
mom to parse all that stuff up and put it in a little basket with a little bit of what is the stuff they put at the bottom of
I don't know,
it?
fake grass.
Oh
Fake
yeah, what is
grass.
that
Yeah.
stuff? Confetti shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Would it
kid-
be that hard, Mom, to just do that for me and then wake up early and hide it from me? You know, like, would it be that hard?
So Easter, we get to my grandma's house, and I showed her a video about 30-year-olds wanting Easter baskets still.
Mhm.
She's like, I didn't get you one. And then all of a sudden, she included me in the egg hunt. I think she felt really bad because like the old teenagers, they still get to be in the egg hunt. All of a sudden, she's like, Tyler, there's some hidden for you too. And I was like, I don't think those were for me. I think you just felt bad, so you put me in it. But I did get to be in the egg hunt, and it was awesome.
Excellent.
So I felt great getting to be in the egg hunt. So I would feel even better with a basket.
Was that were age groups separated? So
Yeah.
Like,
So little kids got their own colors, and then
Yeah.
the rest was for the teenagers.
gotcha.
And then Grandma threw me in at the end. She's like, and Tyler.
So do you think you're going to get a basket next year?
I think so. I think I successfully guilt tripped Grandma into getting me an Easter.
See, here's the
basket.
thing. I feel like you can guilt trip your grandma into getting you an Easter basket. I do not think you can guilt trip your mom.
Yeah.
For sure.
oh, 100%.
I
yeah,
feel
good-
like she's just like, shut up. You're an idiot.
Yeah, especially
Which is
if-
what my mom would say.
especially
Or
if
she'd
they
just go, big eye
you're
roll.
silly. Yeah. So who's gifting the Easter baskets? Is it like your wife gifting you one, or is it your mom, or is it a mixture of both, or like what
Well,
are
technically,
these 30-year-olds saying?
If there's any kids in the car listening, it's the Easter Bunny, and
Correct.
Mom is the facilitator. She tells the Easter Bunny if you get a basket or not.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
She mails the Easter Bunny a letter saying that you deserve one.
Yeah, approved or disapproved.
Also, the Easter Bunny doesn't have a naughty or nice list. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, everyone's included except 30-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm a parent, which I am, with my kid, I'm going to be like, every single holiday is going to require a naughty and nice list. Keep them whipped into
Yeah.
shape all year round.
Mhm.
Well, they don't know any better. It's like they think what we determine for them. So like we tell them, hey, Santa's got a naughty or nice list. Like if we just start telling them the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, all these mythical characters.
Hey,
saw
you
that.
want to come on the St. Patty's Day pub crawl with Dad?
Boom.
Are you on the naughty or nice
St.
list?
Patrick, yeah. Yeah, you want a fucking pot of gold? You better be good.
Yeah.
Uncle Sam. 4th
Uncle
of July.
Sam, yeah.
You want
Oh,
fireworks?
I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about tax day.
You want to get you want to get a tax refund? You better be a good boy. You're doing a lot of spending this
Get
year.
those W-2s out.
Yeah. God.
And obviously the trend is like clearly a joke, right?
Mhm.
But I don't necessarily felt like it was a joke for everyone that was involved.
Right. So here's what it was a joke. Grandma, if you're listening, you don't have to tell the Easter Bunny I need a basket next year. But I'm not going to be sad if I get
No.
one. I'll be stoked.
I'm also very confused how we went from Jesus dying on the cross and rising again to bunnies,
Yeah.
and then eggs, because
You want a quick dad joke for you?
bunnies don't lay eggs.
No.
You know why the Easter bunny hides his eggs?
Mm.
He's embarrassed he fucked a chicken.
Hell
I
yeah.
thought it was gonna be much more lighthearted than
Yeah,
that.
me too. I thought it was gonna be very kid friendly.
Nope.
Not really. Okay. Well, your dad jokes, that one's just a joke. I don't think that's a dad joke
Your
at
dad
all.
told me that joke.
Well, you even said before, you said if you have kids in the car,
Yeah, well, that's a
So,
good one for him to bring back to
that's
school.
true.
Should
Telling that
tell.
one to the kids.
My grandpa told me that
The Easter
joke.
Bunny's embarrassed that he's doing BDSM with chickens. That's Tyler's dad joke.
I thought it'd be like a
Dad,
pun.
what's BDSM?
They're on the naughty list.
Yeah. No pub crawls for you.
I would say though, I would say Easter has the best candy out of any holiday.
Dude, jelly
No.
beans, fuck.
Jelly beans, F.
They do.
Also, the chocolate, like the malted milk eggs, those also F. Much better than candy corn or I don't know, what do they put?
I think you're missing the big winner is Halloween.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
yeah, but
besides
Halloween candy dish candy is candy corn and
It's
peanuts.
usually just mini-sized candy bars
Right.
in a dish is usually what I see.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of, I mean, the
Because-
candy corn peanuts, that's like the traditional candy dish.
Isn't that for
Halloween.
Thanksgiving candy corn?
Well, Halloween mode.
Mm.
Tomato.
I mean,
Potato.
we'd get like little turkeys made out of candy corn on Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
That's actually a
I
good
think
co-
it's
it's-
traditionally a Halloween deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
That's for another podcast.
jelly beans do fuck.
Yeah, they do.
It's
They're
the
good.
only time of the year that I will eat a jelly bean.
Same.
It is
actually.
sad. I wish we ate them on more holidays.
Do you though?
Yeah, I love those things.
The
too.
jelly beans suck. Like the Starburst and the sweet tart ones are the best.
Starbursts are the goat.
Starbursts are the top.
Yeah.
Really?
Jelly Belly sucks.
I don't think Jelly Belly sucks, but Starbursts are better.
So at my family, this is the first time I ever done it. We hid Easter eggs around the yard.
Mhm.
And so everyone, all the parents just got some and we hit them or whatever. And I got the ones for like the youngest one. And I like put one on top of a door frame, being like, okay, well, like, gotta have one that's hard for this kid to see. They're all just like throwing them in the lawn and like
Yeah.
putting them up in a tree that's very visible. And I kind of got like shamed for making it a little hard for their kid. And I wanted to be like, if we just hand these kids these eggs, how are they ever going to learn anything in life?
They need
If-
adversity.
They need a little adversity.
Well,
I put one underneath a car. I want that kid to get his hands dirty. Get on the ground, belly crawl under there, and
Yeah.
earn yourself an Easter egg.
Fucking change my oil filter while you're at it.
Yeah.
Change the oil.
I mean, how are these kids going to
That's about
learn
it.
any
About
resiliency
it.
if we just take a little egg and just set it in a bush and then at eye level, and when they walk by, they're like, there's an egg.
one of my favorite things as a dad, I say it all the time to my kids, is just figure it out. I've seen so many cool epiphanies in their head just for me saying figure it out. They had eggs up in the tree, just like you're saying. And my youngest is like, Dad, can you get it for me? I was like, figure it out. He went and found a stick and knocked it out of the tree.
Love that. That's
Yeah.
how we should be doing Easter egg. We shouldn't even make it in the yard. We should do the whole neighborhood.
Mhm.
And we hide those suckers on roof lines. we hide them in safes in people's houses. Like this should be an all day ordeal. We got to teach these kids some problem solving skills.
We got to get 4-year-olds working canvas lines, or what do they call it when they do a grid search? They got to organize a team. We spread out 20 yards apiece, and we go back and forth across the
Well,
neighborhood.
they got to figure it out.
Yep.
That might be their approach. They might go every man for himself. And then what they'll find is, teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah,
And then they'll band together and find the eggs all together. This is gonna be
and they get lost, and soon we'll have a Lord of the Flies situation on our hands.
Yeah, and if you can,
so you go and try and find the kids, like some kids tied up in a window well, and you're like, okay, this maybe was not.
He was hoarding eggs.
yeah, if you can get kids to all work together and like kind of like share the pot of eggs or whatever you're hiding for them, like that, I think that's winning.
Communism.
Yeah.
There we go.
Winner gets all eggs.
Child communism.
Yeah. Disperse the eggs.
That's true.
But I think we need to be rethinking Easter egg hunts after this weekend.
Mhm.
Yeah. You got a stock pond, fucking throw one out on a raft, float it out in the middle. Just figure it out.
Swim out there.
Sink
Yeah.
or swim.
Yeah.
Sink or swim. Need the floaties in the garage.
And
go
they'll
get 'em.
also learn something about risk versus reward. You know, Jerrod can't swim. So he's going to be like, I think it's okay if I don't get that egg.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let that opportunity pass up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some
or-
other kid will get it, and I'm happy for them because
Yep.
they can swim.
And I'm climbing out roofs finding eggs.
Or if you want it bad enough, maybe that's when you learn to swim, Jerrod.
Yeah. Sink or swim, literally.
And I don't even like eggs, so that's going to be a tough one.
True.
Yeah, he gets out
But
to that
usually
egg in
eggs
the-
are filled with money or
That's true.
candy, Jerrod.
That's
So
true.
Does your family do the one egg that has like a big bill in it?
I don't know.
We
We did as kids, yes.
Yeah, we used to do that. We didn't this year. I was a little disappointed. All the golden eggs, they're like, those are money in there. So I'm hoarding golden eggs, right? That's what I'm going for. So getting the golden eggs. And they were all ones, which I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the money, but it used to be like one of them had a 20 in there and you'd fight your cousin for the 20.
Mm-hmm.
Well, probably one too many black eyes that outlaw the 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like us at the Christmas party. 1 year of completely open bar.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
someone puking and
We had one.
pissing and
Yeah.
being
Taking a
in the shower
hot
for
shower
5
till
hours.
6 a.m.
One year there was 100 in a golden egg, and my dad had hit it in the tailpipe of somebody's truck, and they left early. So there's just $100 egg lying on the road somewhere.
They weren't blowing smoke or anything. They weren't rolling.
Didn't
they
like
weren't
fill
roll-
it.
They weren't rolling
It's not like
coal.
a potato stuck
Yeah.
in there.
I know, but you'd think it would just like slowly just tumble out of the back. Or no?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Still
It was
not
gone.
much.
Yeah. Gone but never forgotten. There's
Do,
$100.
do we
bill.
know why we do Easter bunnies with eggs? Do we know? There's got to be some lore behind it.
I'm sure. Big Candy invented it. They're like, here's a holiday that
Got
we
it.
need.
Why does the Easter? Oh, you got to start over, Jerrod.
Sure.
Oh, okay. You ready?
Try again.
Why does the Easter bunny have eggs when bunnies don't lay eggs?
That's a great question. The Easter bunny and Easter eggs are symbols that come from different traditions. The bunny represents fertility and new life, while the eggs symbolize new beginnings and the resurrection. Over time, these symbols came together to create the fun traditions we celebrate today.
I am calling bullshit on that.
Wait,
Yeah.
so the bunny represents new life and the egg represents new beginnings.
New beginnings.
Bunny's fertility. Because you ever heard the old adage, they're banging like
fertility
rabbits?
and new life. But then
But yeah, wow. I'm not buying it. So this is our
This is a new guest.
Still working out the kinks.
It sounds like you're having an interesting conversation. Sometimes traditions and symbols can be a bit surprising in how they evolved. If you have more questions or want to chat about something else, feel free to ask.
all right. You could stop it,
Okay.
Jerrod. You can hang up. That's our new what's her name?
Sandra 9000.
That's Sandra 9000, our new AI Google
Person.
guest.
I think Jerrod came up with this so that he could foresee all questions on fun facts.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, kudos to you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks, Sandra.
There's got to be another reason.
I'm
other than
not buying it
fertility
either.
and new beginnings. What kid is going to grasp that concept?
I mean, we're 30 some years
Can we
old and
fact
can't
check
even
this
grasp the
AI?
concept.
That's kind of what I'm getting at here. Just
Okay.
Google it, Jerry.
Yeah.
Jared's like this.
Fact check it with
backfired.
Google.
Yeah.
It's so bad. So what is it?
Like, why is the Easter Bunny hide eggs, or why does he have eggs?
I
It was
think,
right.
I
It
think
was right. Yeah.
Sandra was right.
She was right. But interesting.
Huh. Yeah, that's odd.
All right, boys. Guess what?
What?
The NBA playoffs are here.
Hell yeah.
This is the NBA that I love. This is fun to watch, and we're playing Prize Picks this week, folks. And right now, If you sign up with code YBR and you get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup on Prize Picks, you don't need to win your lineup to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. So you got to go check it out right now. And I don't want to brag, but I guessed it right last week. Turnover game, 7 turnovers,
Kobe White.
2.5 more than. I mean, I'm dialed in to NBA right now.
That was a
That's
Red
good.
Devil too.
It was a Red Devil. I was absolutely dialed in.
You could have toggled that Red Devil up, I bet.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know if they do toggles on turnovers or not.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Okay.
Shit, yeah.
Good to know. So this week I got my boy Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Buckets.
More than 23.5 points. He's hit that the last 5 games. He's going to keep going.
Great in the playoffs.
Great in the playoffs. Great vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Saw him on a commercial once. I think he does music too. Yeah, seems like a good guy.
Yeah.
Jerrod, what about you?
I got Karl Anthony Towns more than 21.5 points.
Okay. Karl Anthony Towns.
2 former T-Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Good point.
Tyler's got an interesting pick
I
this
have
week.
Wendell Carter Jr. more than a half a steal.
So we just need him to get 1 steal.
1 steal. That's it.
I'm going to be watching him that entire game, just waiting for one
Get it.
steal.
And then
Get it.
and that's what
On the floor.
this is what always happens. It's the one that nobody thinks is going to hits, and then it's an easy one that doesn't.
True.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I'm going to follow up the rear. Peyton Pritchard, more than 12.5 points.
You can shoot the 3 really well.
Yes, you can.
So he just needs 5 threes then.
Mm-hmm.
He needs 4 threes. He's got to get fouled on one of them.
He got a
there you
4
go.
point play.
A
That's how we
4-point
do it.
play, yeah.
That's it. That's all we got.
Done.
So guys, if you'd like to ride with us, we got Jimmy Butler, 23.5 more. Wendell Carter Jr. just needs a steal. Peyton Pritchard, 12.5. Karl Anthony Towns, 21.5 points. Feeling good about it this week. And guys, if you have any big wins that you've gotten over the last couple of weeks, send it to us. We'd love to take a peek
Mhm.
at them.
Love it.
I had a win last week.
You did?
Yep, last week. $5 to win 55. Dante DiVincenzo,
DiVincenzo.
Jaden McDaniels, Jabari Smith, Austin Reeves, Anthony Edwards, and LeBron James. All the more on steals.
Okay. We found a hot one.
You steal guy.
Maybe next
Yep.
week we go all in on steals. We steal Tyler's play
Yep.
and we go steals.
Tyler's Mr. Steal Yo
Picks.
picks. Because they weren't his picks. They were his
My
cousin.
cousin filled that up for me. It's his.
That's
I
good.
told
So
him I'd split it with him. So you're gonna get $23, buddy, or whatever it would be.
It's a lot of bones.
Yeah, it is. So guys, we're having a great time. My mom thinks Prize Picks is sweet, and if my mom thinks she's dialed in. So
Pass the bomb test.
correct. Yeah. So guys, go check it out. Use code YBR. So yeah, that was what I did this weekend. Is I hit one egg too hard. So
You son of a bitch.
Hey, you're probably off the hook for next year, though.
that's
You
true.
don't have to hide eggs next year.
Yeah, you got about like 6-7 more years, and they're like, all right, we got to have Myles hide him in tough spots.
The amount of times I heard my grandpa say, "I'm gonna be finding eggs in the yard and mowing all summer long." It's just like, I don't think you're gonna find that many. Like, I think we had it pretty well covered. I'm 30.
Don't you count the number of them beforehand?
Grandma counted the little kids, not the big kids.
Mm.
That would be a good prank. You just throw like plastic eggs
I
throughout
just-
the whole summer.
I should. That's a great prank. Just
Gotta
leave.
win.
See, I told you.
Fuck it.
We're done. We're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, it's just like when you like pop confetti in the yard or something, and you find it like 5 years later.
Like fireworks. Is
Yeah.
The same way.
Yeah.
There's the whole summer. If you do them at the lake,
Yeah.
they're just still washing up on shore at the end of the year.
Little pieces of paper everywhere.
Mhm.
It's terrible. That's 2.
I came across a video over the weekend, guys.
Mhm.
It is a video of a marriage proposal, and I just want to see what you guys think.
Buddy of yours or
And
no?
have the top set it and do a whole thing. Do what thing? Do like a chord. Oh, okay.
Victoria's fake bra. Will you marry me?
I will.
What is happening?
Missionary shirts on.
Yeah,
For
it's
sure.
like the reaction from the crowd goes mild, is like either they're just very awkward group of humans, or no one believes this couple should be getting married.
You know what? I think this is take two. I think this is staged.
Mm.
I think this is take two.
That's kind of it. It felt staged.
Yeah.
Okay, so you think that they already got engaged, and then they're like, "Oh, no one recorded it.
Yeah.
Let's just do it quick."
I think the I will is too fast.
Also, the amount of times I've tried to get my wife's attention, and she's given me this same reaction, I feel that guy's pain. I feel it.
You'd think the old man in the black shirt, he'd be like, I don't know. He's just staring off into the distance.
He's so
If, like,
uncomfortable.
if there's a guy on a knee next to you,
No, what would be funny is he doesn't even know these
Yeah,
people.
this is a public
Yeah.
fishing pier or something.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh shit.
And also, do you see he's kneeling in bird shit?
Tyler, I was
I
just
was
gonna
gonna
say,
say
it looks like there's bird shit behind her foot.
That's why I have to do another take.
Yeah, the bird shit in the first one.
Can we watch this again?
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Box it and do a whole thing. Do what thing? Do like a court. Oh, okay.
Victoria's fake bra. Will you marry me?
I will.
That makes me so
The
uncomfortable.
one clap, dude.
The one guy clapping. And when she whipped around, there was a millisecond where she was going to lose her shit
Yep,
on
she
him
was.
for
Oh, yeah.
interrupting her.
Pinching her or what, doing whatever.
Right there. She was like, this guy is, I'm going to let him have it. I'm so sick of him touching me.
I will.
Yeah. It damn near a case of whiplash there. She almost left her hair behind too.
Mm-hmm.
She was pissed.
Mm-hmm.
I will.
I will.
But I also
Okay.
like this guy. He's straight and to the point. Says her name and just says, will you marry
Yep.
me? There's not some long monologue.
No fluff. She did step right in the bird shit.
Yeah.
She turned.
Yeah. Her shoes were actually brown before this.
Yeah, what's the guy in the black shirt doing? You think that someone would be like, hey, don't stand there.
Right.
Well, I think what he's doing, he's pretty distracted about how good of a fishing spot this could possibly be.
Yeah, he's saving his spot. He's waiting for somebody to get the rods.
Yeah, he's trying to check out contours and seeing the weed lines and shit like that. I mean, I don't know. Do you think this is the dad of the guy or the girl? Or
I think he's just an innocent bystander.
He is giving innocent bystander.
I think he
vibes.
just got
maybe an
I-
uncle.
I think he got trapped and nobody told him to get away, and he didn't want to go away. He just locked up and just stayed there.
Also, it was nice of the guy proposing to really dress up for this. What kind of shirt is that? You see, Jerrod?
It's a dog.
Okay.
It's like a brown or a chocolate lab or
It says
something.
something coast at the end.
All right, one more time.
Box it and do a whole thing. Do what thing? Do like a court. Oh, okay.
Victoria's fake bra. Will you marry me?
I will.
And she just stuck her hand up. I don't know.
The clapping makes it 10 times worse for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like all clap or none of you clap. And just the
Well, and the reason I also think it's staged is because normally the hands will go up to the cheeks, like, "Oh my gosh, I'm getting engaged right now. I'm so happy." But like, it was nothing. Like the hand just went straight up to the ring.
And I think another reason nobody's clapping because everyone's filming on their iPhones.
That's true.
But you think
Except
they'd
for
be like,
dad, he's in the moment.
Yeah, he's crying inside because he knows he's got to pay for this wedding somehow.
And everyone knows his fishing spot.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet they get married right
Yeah.
there on that dock.
Yeah, 2 lows in life for dad. Now people know his fishing spot because it's on video. And number 2, he's got to pay for this wedding.
Yeah.
He's like, son of a bitch.
Poor fella.
I think it's also giving energy that she planned this.
Mm.
And it didn't quite go exactly how she had pictured it. And so she still doesn't want to ruin the moment, but she,
She's
is still a
pissed.
little pissed that
Yeah.
it's not going. She didn't expect all these people to be on the pier. It's not what she visioned,
Yeah. Yeah.
And so when he first touched her, she's like, I know he's proposing to me right now, but I don't want him to because now all these people are here.
Yeah.
It's ruined.
Yeah, they're probably sitting around the house, and she's like, "Okay, well, let's go to the dock and do this." And he's like, the first shoes he saw, he just like tossed them on real quick. Pants are tucked into the cowboy
That's
boots.
a good pair of jeans.
Yeah,
You guys think it lasts?
Weirdly, yes.
I weirdly think so too.
I
can only
think,
go up from here.
I think this guy is just gonna let her run all over him their entire life, and they'll live a sad marriage, but a long one.
I was gonna say absolutely not. I think if anything, she probably cheats on him in the first couple of years.
I
Jesus,
don't
Ryan.
think he's gonna care.
I wouldn't go that far. You can't assume that about people, Ryan.
Well, I mean, I feel like I know these two by
It's
now,
also
you know?
the vibe that I get from that couple is that engagement ring cost $42. I don't.
Yep.
I'm just throwing it out.
which is okay.
Got it at a pawn shop, which is totally fine and probably what we all should do.
Bought it with $42 of love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're getting scammed on diamond prices anyway.
We are.
I found some videos this weekend too. I have a new obsession. Have you guys ever heard of True Blood?
It's called.
Have you ever heard of True Blood?
I don't. I've never heard of it.
True Blood are bringing back teenage garage bands, and I am so here for it.
Okay.
It's a group of 4 brothers. They just play music. They do covers in their garage, and these guys fucking rip. I had Jerrod get videos of it so you guys could see them.
Are they decent?
They're very good.
Here's the first one.
Do y'all want to have an adventure?
What kind of adventure?
Whoa.
Pause it.
Let's fucking go.
They are very good. At first, when they first showed the 3 brothers, I thought that the 4th brother was like one of the Jonas brothers who didn't make it in the band, who just the guy filming.
Jim
I didn't know
Jonas.
we were gonna get a 4th one.
I think the dude filming is the 5th brother.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I've seen comments about it, but these dudes are absolutely crushing social media. Everybody loves them, and everyone's talking about how the world is healing because teenage garage bands are back.
I like that. And the 5th brother filming is going to be the one who makes the most amount of money because he's going to be the manager and just rake
Yep.
his brothers over the coals.
Yep.
10% everything you do.
Yep.
VH1
Tales all the time.
VH1 behind the music in 20 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can just smell a split in all these guys within the next like 10, 15 years.
Yeah. It's covered.
There's got to be someone too with flickering the outside lights. You guys see the outside lights flickering?
Oh, yeah. They got a production crew going.
Unless that's inside.
Slapping the bass.
Brothers slapping the bass. Did you guys ever go through a phase as a kid where you wanted to be in a band?
Hell yeah. I absolutely did.
I did.
I just couldn't play any instruments or sing.
I went through more of a phase. I want to be a songwriter.
Mm.
So I was like writing songs on notepads and shit. And the songs I would write were just lyrics I would hear from other people thinking it was a good song.
Do you remember any of them?
No, I think it was more. It was probably Eminem based though. It was back in the 8
You're
Mile
writing
days.
raps.
Yeah, rap slash. I don't know, soft blues. I guess you could say.
Oh.
I thought it was like a new genre that could have maybe taken off.
It could have.
It's true.
What could have been?
What could have been?
Blues.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, it was one of my buddies' name was Brad. He could play the drums, and my mom, I had said I wanted to play the guitar, and so she got me a guitar, and I was not very good at it at all. I still am really bad at guitar. But my buddy had a drum set and he had a mic in his basement because his brother was in a band.
Mm.
So I came over there with my guitar, and me and him learned My Own Worst Enemy by Lit.
Nice.
Great song.
Can we forget about? And so he was playing the drums and I was tasked with playing the guitar and trying to sing. And it all fell apart when I couldn't focus on doing the guitar and singing at the same time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It also fell apart when I had no musical talent whatsoever, essentially is what I'm saying.
So you should have been man behind the camera taking the 10%.
I should have absolutely had some self-awareness and realized that, hey, I don't gotta play the guitar. I just gotta go find a guitar player and then I can manage the band.
Yeah, it's like, guys, I'm struggling playing Smoke on Water right now. I'm not. How am I supposed to sing and do this at the same time?
And I could tell because he was like, he could drum, you know, and I could tell he was like disappointed in my abilities. You know, like it was kind of one of those things that he was jacked up about when we started talking about it. I was like, I have a guitar. He's like, fuck yeah, like come over and jam. You could see it in his eyes. That this is not it.
You stumble through your first verse, you just see his soul leaving his body.
Yeah, he's just like, okay, yeah, well, let's try it again. Yeah,
Let's run it back.
Yeah, he thought he had found the missing piece to the boy band.
What? B-Rad can't sing though. Why couldn't he sing?
he could, yeah, you're right.
What about Broad?
Maybe after a while we did try him singing because I couldn't.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, shout out to Brad and the 2-man band that never was.
Did they have a name?
No, God, no.
They didn't get that far. My college roommate started a band like this in our basement. Their name was Buffalo Alice. So shout out to Buffalo Alice. And our entire basement living room was a drum set, a keyboard, guitar stands. And they would go in there and it's like, there's 4 other people that live at this house and would just play music for like 8 hours. And they would just get shit canned while they played music.
Hell yeah.
That's the dream.
Yep.
Hell yeah. That could have been me if I had any musical talent.
Yep.
Where would I be if I was musical?
Not here.
I know.
Be
We'd
at
be sitting
Coachella.
here with Ryan.
Yeah,
I
I
don't-
don't have fucking Stagecoach or something probably.
I don't know
Be
if
at
I can.
Rimfest headlining.
I can't think of any musical artists
Soft blues.
that have podcasts.
Ernest
had a
one for little
podcast.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah, they usually go on podcasts, I suppose.
Yeah. So those who can't sing podcast.
Yeah, fuck.
Here we are.
Here we are. That's a good point, Tyler.
We found our way to a microphone one way or another.
It's true.
It's true. Maybe that's what I'm compensating for is that I couldn't do the mic thing as a musician. So now I just have to podcast.
Maybe you could play the guitar while you podcast.
I couldn't. I can't focus on 2 things at once.
But like maybe you just didn't find the correct lane of singing. Like, did you try screamo? Like you may be good
Good
at
question.
screamo.
Yeah, but yes, I could try screamo as just the singer. I can't do the guitar and sing at the same time. My brain can't do it.
So it's funny you bring the screamo up. These kids do screamo music too. Like, and the lead singer dude has like this little poppy voice with the boy band hair, and then his scream is like a 35-year-old that's been doing screamo music their entire life. It's crazy.
So what you're telling me, Tyler, is you are a fangirl of a bunch
Dude.
of teenage boys in their garage.
Unabashedly, I am a huge fan of True Blood. Call me a day oneer of True Blood.
If they were all in their 20s, would you be a fan still?
He would
That's a good
not.
question.
Probably not.
He would
no.
absolutely not,
I
because
don't.
everyone loves a prodigy, and that's what Tyler views
Yep.
these kids as.
He wants to manage them.
I'm a day. Hey, kids, you need some help promoting yourselves.
So I was just taking a walk through the neighborhood, and I couldn't help but hear the racket over through the garage door.
They do say that management is 50% of a band's success, so that'll be my cut.
Yeah, that is a very good point. If that quality of music was on a 20-year-old kid's band, you would be like, these guys are not that good.
Yeah.
Get a job.
I think
It's like on the show AGT, it's like there'll be a kid
America's Got Talent
who
for
if-
folks at home.
if you didn't know that they were 12 years old and you just heard the music and knew no backstory, you'd be like, yeah, it's a pretty good song, pretty good. But as soon as you attach that they're 12 years old, they win the whole thing.
Yeah. Golden ticket.
Golden ticket
buzzer.
all the way through just because they're 12. It's like,
Ageism.
at what point does an award show go from being who's got the most talent to who's the youngest with the most talent?
Hey, they're awarding the potential. They're like, this kid's gonna be amazing.
You know what I mean? It's like all the dog acts in it are always like, that's really good for a dog. And you're like, well, but that's not what the competition is. Have them go on Dogs Got Talent.
And the
then.
second somebody puts on a dog tail and does it themselves, it's weird.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suddenly you're a furry.
Yeah, what the hell's that all about?
You know what I mean? It's like, what? Just because you're 12, you sing pitchy, but because you're 12, it's like you can make it through the early rounds and make it late in the show. I don't understand.
Are you just
that.
bad because you're not musical enough?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's
Am I
better.
projecting?
Yeah.
But even jugglers, if it was a 12-year-old juggling, they're like, oh my God, you're only 12 and you can fucking juggle 8 balls. And then you have an adult do it and you're like, I see it at the circus every week.
I did that exact thing at the circus. Some little kid did a whole juggling act, and I was like, that was fucking awesome. And then the grown man came out there and did the same thing with like blocks, like, you know, catch the blocks between themselves. And I was like, all right, this is kind of lame.
That's what I mean.
Can we get the next act in here?
It's like, how can you win America's Got Talent just because you're 12? I don't know.
You're betting on future horse races.
It's true.
Kid's gonna be good.
Forget they're running a business.
Yep.
That kid juggling needs a manager.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. You're just scrolling. So this guy needs a manager.
It is funny. It was like that kid, he dropped a bowling pin or whatever the hell he was juggling, and everyone was like, it's okay. And then the old guy drops one of his blocks, and we're like, are you fucking kidding me?
He's gotta be drunk.
This guy stinks.
You know, if you're gonna drop shit, why are you even doing this?
Yeah, you had how many years to learn it?
Yeah,
Fucking
seriously.
figure it
Probably
out.
shit faced.
It's literally your job. You
Get
know?
True Blood in here.
Yeah, I feel like True Blood and the Foodie Boys or Maryland Foodie Boys or whatever.
Mhm.
MD.
MD.
They should fucking
Just do a
link up.
collab.
Yeah,
I'd watch it.
I can manage both of you guys. Food, music,
Hey,
festivals.
I bet you none of the MD Foodie Boys can sing, so they started a podcast.
Yeah, hey, we got this thing called Rib Fest. Food and music.
Hell yeah.
Combine them into one.
Under one
What
roof.
do you think of these barbecued ribs?
I don't really like barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks because this is a barbecue event.
Oh, do you have any ketchup?
Yeah.
Flew out here for this.
Relax, Chub Perm.
Oh, that's awesome. God, this last weekend, I had one of the most peaceful chores to do in my yard, and that was tending to an oversized fire. And okay, so let me give you the visual for this thing. So we've been clearing up some branches and sticks and brush, whatever. We probably had like I don't know, like 10 foot long, 10 foot wide, 10 foot high pile of shit. Not shit, actually. but
10
sticks and
foot
stuff.
long, 10 foot wide, 10 foot high.
Probably. Yeah, it was huge. Dude, it was huge.
I don't think you realize how big that is.
Would it be like half this room?
Yeah, this
Are
room
these
is
ceilings
about
10 feet high.
I'm about
12, I think.
is about half of this room.
So go 2 feet lower in the ceiling and then 10 feet on each side. That's about how big it was.
Damn.
I mean, I maybe.
It's like this corner of the room up to the ceiling because the ceiling's 10 feet high.
Yeah, so if you like, if I was 5 feet high and I laid myself out twice, that's about how long and wide it was.
Where did you get all this shit?
Dude, cleaning out of the trees. There's unlimited firewood in the trees behind my house.
And you burned it all in one go.
Wow, we were just kind of no.
No fires this
I could
year.
have
at Ryan's
I could
house.
have one of these fires every single weekend for the next 10 years. I'd be good. So we Saturday was like 5-mile-an-hour winds, perfect direction. So we started this baby up. We threw like a bunch of we like raked underneath the pine trees and got all that shit, kind of threw it in there. I took my old fashioned torch because I don't have a legit torch yet. Took my old fashioned torch. Boom. That sucker fucking exploded.
Oh, you're talking like the drink. I was like, what?
Yeah,
Like a fucking
my
lighthouse
old
keeper
fashioned,
torch?
yeah, old fashioned torch, the drink.
I was picturing like a stick of wood torch.
No, that would have worked too. Once I got this baby under control, now we did like
Okay, hold on.
Oh,
I was getting there.
It got out of control.
A little bit. Here's the thing. The wind just switched directions on me. And I'm probably 15 yards away from like the edge of the trees. And the wind switched. It like hit like between the trees and my house. There's kind of like a wind tunnel. So that wind fucking shot over. like started blowing the fire and the
Yeah.
smoke toward. I'm like, oh fuck. And then I see some of the grass next to it starting on fire.
Yep.
I'm like, wow, God, I thought it was wet enough out. I didn't think this would happen. So ran inside. Luckily the dogs, they had a 5-gallon bucket of water they drink out of. Grabbed that baby, got out there, grabbed the steel rake, was fucking raking that shit up, poured like a line of water around the entire thing.
Like a ring.
And I sat there for the next 2 hours, just chilling, just fucking soaking it all in. I was just sitting on the 5-gallon bucket, pushing embers up into the fire. I was flipping logs. I was kind of opening things up so it could breathe a little bit. I did this for like an hour and a half, 2 hours straight. It was one of the most peaceful chores I've ever done.
But you had 5 minutes of pure panic. Though.
5 minutes of like, oh fuck, because everything's like, if this catches a tree, the entire woods is on fire.
Okay, and
Ryan is clearly in his I like to start fires phase of his life.
Big time.
We can all agree on
Yeah,
that.
Burn barrel.
Yep.
Burn barrel.
barrel.
Yep.
Yep.
We haven't checked in lately. No wet in the bed
That's
or
true.
skinning animals.
Homicidal triad.
Homicidal triad.
We're still good
I
there.
haven't wet the bed. No.
Good. Okay, good.
No,
good.
I haven't
All
drank
right,
much.
we're
Check
still
that
good.
off. We're good.
Yep.
I'd also I want to just make sure for your sake, this is all alleged because I think you need a burn permit to burn that big of a pile.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
I'm not
I was
sure
I
if
was
you do.
literally about to say, I just don't think we should just be burning stuff that big willy nilly.
No, God, it wasn't willy nilly, you guys. Like I thought this whole thing through,
Well,
minus the bucket of water.
I mean, immediately you almost set the whole forest on fire.
and when I say like we were still a good 10 yards from the flames hitting the trees, mind you. And this, like the biggest point of the fire was only the first like 3 minutes of it, 5 minutes of it, maybe. So it may have felt like an hour, but it was only about 5 minutes. And that sucker burnt down and I was at peace.
Where does it stop though with you? Because you started with a burn barrel, which is normal.
It's like 3 feet.
Yeah. And it's not even like a few pallets bigger than a burn barrel. Like he didn't go. There was no progression up to a 10 by 10 by 10 cube of fire. You just went from burn barrel to I'm gonna burn down the woods to I'm gonna burn down people's homes.
No, God, we were way far away from the homes. You guys,
It never starts next to the homes, but it goes to the homes.
blueprint
Spreads
was
like wildfire.
I think you're good. I think your burn falls underneath the land clearing and right of way maintenance.
I didn't need a burn permit for you guys that are wondering. Yeah, throwing these laws out at me. I didn't break any laws. Okay, we just started a big fire and it was awesome.
Yeah,
Now,
you're good.
Second thought, I would have liked an invite to this burn pile.
I was gonna send you guys a picture and be and like next one's on me. Like next fire, I gotta get you guys out here. Next one.
Yeah, it is kind of like I get enjoying like a small fire by yourself, but I feel like if I were to have a big fire like that, I'd have to have like 5 buddies all just standing 20 yards away, like what the hell is it?
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill, just sipping beers and making dumb wisecracks.
Mm-hmm. No, the say on King of the Hill.
Yep.
And one of the guys, yeah.
Yeah, I'll get you guys out there for the next one.
Okay.
The way I was going to start it too, you guys have seen those videos of people starting golf balls on fire and then hitting them into the fire.
Yeah, they like soak them in gas.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that right away. I'm like, I better just.
yeah, but
I better just.
I've seen the shape. I've seen the shape of your game these days. I don't think you can risk it.
Hits the highway.
Yeah. No, I passed on that. I was like, that's a dumb idea. But, it did cross my mind. Dumb ideas happen to cross my mind every once in a while. So yeah, that's kind of what my weekend consisted of.
That's very confident.
That sucker, I mean, I'll send you a picture of the just the ash pile. It damn near burnt down to nothing. So I can start a pretty good fire if you guys were wondering. Also, there was I wanted to see how close I could get without burnt. Like that fucker was hot.
You still got your eyebrows. That's good.
And there were a couple times I had to check my cat, the side of my legs, just to see if I still had hair there because it felt like it had singed off.
When you talk about the burn barrel, people got burn barrels,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that people do big piles of shit and burn it. I'm on that. But the way that you talk about it sometimes, I'm starting to think this is going into an area that I don't love. Talking about
what area would that be?
just how close you can get to the fire.
It's like I want to feel how much I can take.
You know?
Well, it's
So
more so
talking-
like, hey, can I get that? Can I get that? I need to flip that log that's in the very middle. So with my steel rake, it's probably, I don't know, 5-foot steel rake. Like I need to get right on the edge to get that fucker flipped over, air it out a little bit.
I get it.
to breathe.
Because even on a little mini bonfire, I'm just moving stuff around for no reason.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're sticking your
It's
hands.
like
in there and shit,
grilling.
too.
Tyler, earmuffs.
Sorry. Oh,
It's like grilling. You shouldn't really move much on there, but it makes you feel like you're doing something.
Oh, definitely.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I could have once it was under control, I could have just walked away and did other shit. But what, why? Someone's got to tend it.
In case it goes out of control.
Yeah.
And also, kind of smart by you to have a scare early.
Yeah, big time.
Because if your wife's like, I need you in the house to help me with this, be like, if I leave, this could burn down the woods. So I am stuck here for like at least the
Yeah.
next 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours of my time is gone. No one's gonna get it except this fire. So I'm out of commission.
That's how you get out of the house. You just start fire.
Yeah, I just start like a little tiny like in the burn barrel, just like one Amazon box. Be like, I gotta watch this thing until it's officially burned. Okay.
You have any? Did you notice any neighbors peeking their heads out the windows or coming over and asking you what's going on?
No,
Because it's
No, I-
rare you get a fire that big. At least doesn't draw at least
Mhm.
one person out of the house.
not that I know of any. I mean, my eyes were so focused on what was going on in front of me. I didn't, and I really don't have neighbors I can see through their windows. But yeah, no. And if you guys see, I mean, you look in my direction. Let's say this weekend or next weekend, you see smoke going, just come on over.
We're doing smoke signals to hang out now.
Just come on over.
I'm beginning to think Ryan only moved out of town so he could start fires.
Burning shit.
Best. And I guarantee anyone who lives out of town who's started fires like that, they're like, it's fucking awesome.
It is cool.
So, no tires or anything. No, there's no tires this time. I don't have
This time.
I don't have any tires that need to be burned yet. So,
Oh,
You know?
you're still using all
This
these.
is
yeah, a couple
this-
more peel outs on the highway. Maybe I have like 4 more to add to it.
This is a classic. We didn't get these hats out of the garbage because now I feel
I
like you
know.
burned tires.
I know, dude.
I did burn
know.
tires.
I wasn't thinking it until you said it.
I'm just telling you, no tires this
Okay.
You
time.
didn't have to say anything though.
We none of us brought up tires.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing crazy in there.
Yeah, it wasn't
We
like
were suspecting.
that wasn't. Yeah. We just assumed it was wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite literally all it was. Now you guys are making me back myself into a hole thinking that I had tires and shit. I didn't.
Hey,
There's no
we
batteries
believe
or
it.
anything
Good,
in
Yeah,
there.
we believe you.
No fucking old Vexlar batteries or anything like that.
They don't work anymore.
It's pretty awesome though.
So when's the next burn?
Well, I mean, I pretty much got everything cleaned up, so now it's a good question. I could venture out into the woods a little bit and bring some stuff back, but
It's
I don't know if
like-
you guys want to come
this
over.
is
I
like-
can make it happen.
It's like this is classic when you're trimming trees. You trim kind of what you should, and then you just love trimming the trees so much that you end up over trimming a tree to where there should be more
It
branches.
looks
on it.
kind of
Looks
sad.
Yeah.
Weird. Looks weird and sad. Ryan, it's like, there's an appropriate amount of stuff he's supposed to burn, and now he's gonna just start like taking shit that shouldn't be burned
Yeah.
because he's just addicted to the burn.
yeah. When one of you guys comes over, you're like, yeah, I'm trying to get rid of. I don't know, I'm trying to get rid of this old muffler or something. Be like, yeah, I can burn that.
Yeah, I got to be careful what I say around the office of stuff that I'm thinking about getting rid of because Ryan will just burn it.
Out of sight, out of
I'll
mind.
take that
though.
for you.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, where is that couch? That was actually my brother's. He was just storing it here, and Ryan's like, "Yeah, I don't know." man."
Yeah, my car's on cinder blocks. Anybody know where my tires are?
Well, we have those backup batteries in the utility room. So if this thing loses power for like a few hours, we can still power it off of like basically like a bunch of car batteries. We're gonna lose power, and there's gonna be no batteries because Ryan burnt them all.
The lights are pretty though when you burn them.
I wouldn't know. I've never burnt them before. So you would. I mean,
I've
Tyler,
seen it. My next door neighbors growing up, they would burn fucking anything,
Oh my god.
because it's the best.
and they would invite you over. And it's like they're throwing like couches, tractor tires,
Yeah.
fucking batteries.
Yeah, I was sitting on that 5-gallon pail. I was just like writing down all my problems on a notepad, ripping off a piece of paper, throwing it gone.
Yeah,
I had-
therapeutic.
Yeah.
I had no problems left. I'm just loving life now.
Who needs therapy when you build a fire?
Yeah,
Exactly.
seriously.
Exactly.
Man
Who needs
sad,
boy- who
man
needs-
build fire.
Who needs Boy Scouts? You know, you just need a house in the country. So,
Are you gonna go for your Eagle Scout badge?
I mean, I've never even started day one.
Hmm.
So whatever badge comes first.
I was a Boy Scout. I made it to the Pinewood Derby and then quit.
That's like the best part, ain't it?
Yeah, I did the races. I got second and then I dipped.
Oh.
Never was in Boy Scouts.
Yeah, it was.
Since I was in Taekwondo.
Yeah, it was. Just I had to quit because of
Same-
wrestling.
Same night.
Mm.
The what?
What's going on with you, Jerrod?
I got a graphic to show you I found on Reddit. It's the percent of homeowners from each state that always lock their door.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so a higher number means more people lock their door.
Correct.
Okay, so we're the lowest state.
Yeah.
North Dakota is the concentration of the least people. Sorry, let me state this correctly. North Dakota has the least amount of people locking their doors at night.
You know what else you could re-headline this map as? Percentage of home breaking and enterings. Because if your door's unlocked, they don't have to break in and enter.
That's true.
That's a good point.
But it'd be flipped, yeah.
No. So it's still 43% because they don't have to break and enter. It's just burglarized at that
Mhm.
point.
Got it.
It's just doors open.
No breaking. Just entering.
What's the high? What state has the highest?
Looks like
Is
it's
that
Georgia,
Georgia?
with
Yep.
93%.
They're locked down in Georgia.
Hmm.
Probably skewed by Atlanta of some sort.
Yeah.
Could be.
No, it makes me feel good that we're in a good state. You
Yeah.
know, I'll refer to this map when someone says, "Why do you live in North Dakota?" Which
No.
they usually do everywhere I go, and I'll be like, "Hey, we don't gotta lock our doors."
Mhm.
So this is a little misleading because my wife does not. She's not in the 40. She is in the 40%.
She locks the door.
I don't know about you guys, but my wife thinks we are the target of terrorists, CIA, FBI, everything, either internal, external. She thinks we are under siege from everyone.
Yeah, like if they were to open the gates to like the jail or prison in town, like they would all come to your
Yeah.
house.
Beeline.
And I can't tell you how many times I've gotten into bed and she'd be like, Did I lock the sliding glass door?" I'd be like, "I don't know. Did you?"
Did I take the key out of the riding lawnmower in the garage?
That's what they take.
Bust into your garage just to take
Yeah.
the mower.
Did I lock the garage doors?
Yeah, and it's like I'm like, okay, well, I you gotta go check. It's like,
Mhm.
well, one, you should have to check.
This
But
is
she
your
thinks
thing.
because she remembered it was unlocked and that someone could possibly go in that way, that
Tonight's
they're
the
gonna
night.
be in there when she goes down there to check and see if she locked it or not.
It's just a little. That's all
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
literally just like,
Yeah.
and I also was thinking like, what's got to happen for someone to like, what do they want from us?
That's what you say when they break in.
What? Come on.
Like, dude, what do you want?
Hey, you could dig through these piles of clothes. in
All
my
our
garage and see
expensive
the-
shit is either mounted to the wall or in a safe. You gonna spend time unmounting my TV?
Yeah. The most expensive thing on this floor is a 70-inch TV. And you're breaking into a house for a 70-inch TV. You could have called me. I just sort of gave it to you. And I could at least got some sleep tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. If you get to Walmart on Black Friday the same time that you got here to my house to break in, you could probably get one for half off. You know,
There is one on cleanup week that will work just fine.
Just
Like,
wait.
you could take my wallet. I don't have cash. I'm going to turn my cards off.
yeah.
You're not going to get any use out of this.
Yeah.
I will. I do hope something. No, I don't hope something happens. But the time that something does happen, it would be great if when they come stumbling into my house, they trip over all my hats and piles and shit and make a bunch of noise. And they wake up and I start yelling, "What the You're done. Get out of here!" And they leave. And so basically, my guard dog system is the mess that I leave around the house.
You would
I hope my kid leaves his toys out all in front of the door and it turns into Home Alone and he slips and falls, cracks his head open.
Yeah. You could also get a bunch of laser pointers, just mount them to the wall in your walls in your garage, and just.
That's
Throw them
actually
on it.
not a
Great
bad
idea.
idea.
No, I know. Like if you walk into a garage or home and you see just red lasers, you're instantly going to think this is a bad idea.
I'm instantly going to think this is a fun challenge.
So, but what's funny is if you have lasers going everywhere, you then have to have like a fog machine so that they can see the lasers going across.
Oh, yeah.
True. Very true.
So it's not just red dots on the wall.
And it's intimidating
I didn't
too.
even think
Yeah, if
about
you walk
that.
into a house and there's a fog machine going, you're like, well, one, you're like, these people are into some crazy shit. What's going on?
I mean, you could also just
October.
mount one laser to like the end of the hallway, like that faces the door. So when the door opens, then they're just there's a red laser pointing right at them.
On
The
their
one-
chest.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
one hole, is if they're not really paying attention, they may not see it on their body because they're
Yeah.
looking out
Mm.
here.
Have you guys seen those videos? I think they were pretty popular like 3 years ago. Like people would train their smart homes. They'd be like, "Alexa, intruder alert." And then all their lights would turn red and it would
Oh,
be
yeah.
like
That's
like
bad.
playing music like bow down, bow down, like then the fortunate son would start playing and then
Mhm.
Alexa would be like, "You entered the wrong house, motherfucker." And then the music and shit would go. You could do something like that.
My wife would love that. Like I said, my wife thinks that we are housing the Coca-Cola secret recipe at her house. She thinks that we have weapons of mass destruction at her house and the terrorists are coming for them.
That's why
Yeah.
Georgia's so high. They got the Coca-Cola recipe there.
Yeah,
That's
that's probably
true.
why.
Atlanta.
Well,
And I guess I shouldn't speak too quickly on the weapons of mass destruction because we kind of do have some of those at our house, but
for the audio only, Myles flexed.
flexing.
I like it though. That's what I'm talking about. It made me think too. Do you know what states have stand your ground law?
I don't.
I don't think he didn't
Florida.
foresee that.
Huh?
He didn't foresee that.
I know Florida does.
You know the
But,
state that surprised me the most is Alaska. Because I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of these houses are super spread out.
A lot of drugs in Alaska though.
all the
Mm.
shitty people go to Alaska.
Wow, Jerrod coming out of Alaska today.
Well, I thought that was common knowledge.
Not to me.
Sure, for common knowledge, right?
Yeah, no, I got that.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty unified across the board, anywhere between 70 and 80%. And then there's just some outliers there.
North Dakota and Idaho look like the low two.
Yeah, if you've been to Idaho,
Yeah.
you can attest that
Mhm.
they're not locking their doors.
Yeah.
What, get potatoes?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, you're gonna fucking get potatoes.
Sorry, no.
They're everywhere. Just go
You don't
pull
need
some out of the
They're not
ground.
even in houses. You don't have to break in anywhere to get them. They're just in the fucking fields everywhere.
All I know.
Does any of your guys' wives think that every day is Armageddon?
It's weird because when we lived in North Dakota, we locked our doors religiously, and then we moved to Minnesota, and we never lock our
Okay,
doors.
you were
now.
in town.
North
and now you're
Dakota,
out of
I know,
state.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm opposite of the statistic, but we were pretty paranoid about it in town. I was just as bad as her. Like I'd get up out of bed. I'm like, I don't think I locked the door. I gotta go check.
Yeah, I'd say that's like if I have any form of OCD, that would be it. Like
Same.
checking to see if the outside doors are locked.
So I think
multiple times.
I think we're the ands in this situation.
Really?
Yeah.
My wife, she doesn't even think about doors being locked. I got it
Well-
every night. I lock both cars, and then I'll walk away and like go take a piss, and then I'll be like, "Fuck, did I lock the cars up?"
And I'm
I'll
not
have
like
to go back and lock
You
them
lock
again.
your cars in the garage?
No, I park outside.
Oh, outside.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, and to me, I'm not like worried that I'm gonna get robbed. I'm worried about like a crackhead coming to the wrong house, like just trying to get in because they stumbled.
Yeah, I mean
home.
that happened to me in town a couple years ago. Random guy.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking wasted. Showed up at my house, started yelling at my tree. I'm like, I don't know what my tree did to you, but please, this guy's at my front door. So
Yeah, I mean, but it's probably that there's one person in the relationship that feels responsible for locking the doors.
Yeah, that's me.
What is
That's
that?
secure.
What does that say about me that I am not as worried about it?
I don't know. I think it could be. It's positive and negative on both sides. You're more comfortable. You feel secure. We're more insecure, but we also feel like we need to protect.
Or it's
more.
like I've just given up, and I'm like kind of like very subconsciously hoping someone breaks in and
fucking
just
do
ends it. Like I had a good life. Just
Are you
if
good?
this is how it goes. This is how it goes.
yeah,
No, I'm
You talk
joking.
about this off air, or-
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
I think you should start a fire.
I think you need to start
Yeah,
some fires. Thank
seriously.
you, Jerrod. Just brings you more at peace with the world.
We got some pallets we can burn out here.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what though, the first time this winter that when it got really fucking cold out and there would just be like a random bang from your house just being cold.
Like settling and shit.
I was ready to Navy SEAL my house. I
were ready to-
I was
yeah.
locked and loaded. I thought someone was trying to get into our house.
You were about to start clearing rooms.
I did clear the rooms.
Yeah.
Sure.
That happened to me one time when we lived in North Dakota. Our wreath fell off the front door and it sounded like somebody opened the door and shut the door. I'm like, fucking A, I'll be right back. So I cleared every room.
And I'd like to think I remained calm.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
No, it wasn't even all fuck. It was just absolute moving and silent. It was a dance, really, is what it was.
Mm-hmm.
You going no flashlight or flashlight? Because I went no flashlight so that if they were in there, they didn't see me coming. I didn't want them to tip them off to me being awake.
I go no flashlight. I mean, I know my house better than these people do.
For sure. We got to take every advantage we can
I imagine when Ryan moved into his new house, he had to do training sessions to get a lay of the land, so he knew every square inch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, before I moved in, I'd have the blueprints laid out on the kitchen table of my old house.
You know how like in school they'd have like tornado drills,
Mhm.
and like every kid would go in the hallway and like put their head whatever. Ryan, when he moved into his new house, he had to implement the new lockdown protocol and got his whole family in on it. So your kid knows exactly where to go.
Mhm.
You gathered a path to sweep the house.
Yeah.
You have the gun bed.
Yeah, the gun bed where you stick your hands and a sawed-off shotgun falls in your hand.
Yeah, that's part of the build.
Ryan's just got something on the floor. He stomps on it, and a gun just comes shooting up in the air, and he just grabs it.
That would be sick.
That would be sweet.
That would be you got to catch it though, because if you don't catch it and you fumble it, all your intimidation factor is out the window.
Yeah, I'm catching two hands with that, regardless.
Yeah.
Pistol, yeah, it doesn't matter. Two hands.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. That's what Ryan says every time he straps up.
Wait,
It's the fucking.
I don't know if you guys knew, but on our Mossbergs, the sights are glow in the dark.
Oh yeah,
The best.
That would be
Why you need a
intimidating.
yeah. All you see is a green dot in the living room across from you. Like, oh,
So-
fuck, it's
Yeah,
Ryan.
you put a red dot on yours too. That's sweet. I gotta just tape a laser to mine, like duct tape fucking
On the
laser.
side.
Yeah.
just an electrical tape. You gotta like
No, you
two-hand
gotta
it
do
with
this.
one.
You gotta do it with this, but with a laser.
Yeah,
pointer
that's true.
instead of-
Yeah. Yeah, go the wrist perpendicular to each other. Yeah.
So, I mean, what you gonna steal the fucking moldy cup I got in the dishwasher?
Yeah.
You know?
Nature Valley bars.
Yeah, you gonna steal some Nature Valley bars?
Gladly.
Please.
Yeah. What do you need? Some conditioner? I got plenty of that. You steal a lawnmower? I don't have any gas in it, so good luck getting that.
That's why you don't keep gas in it so it doesn't get stolen.
Yeah.
I can't mow the lawn, honey, because if I put gas in here, someone will steal the mower.
They're trying to steal the mower, but they say, fuck it, we'll just push it and put it in neutral or whatever. And then I wake up the next day, my lawnmower just sitting in the front lawn. They just said, fuck it. They say it worked. They just left it.
what would be badass though is if like someone came into your home and you had I don't know why you'd have a chainsaw in your house, but if you just revved a chainsaw up, that would be
You just play that
play the
sound on
noise, yeah.
YouTube.
yeah. There we
it's
go.
You do that, and it just starts with Cash App.
Yeah.
App for
Fuck.
skip.
Give me 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Skip.
Yeah. Or you train your Alexa. You're like, Alexa, let the games begin. And then she just like fires up this
no,
crazy
dude.
sound.
It plays this Squid Game song.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. Hey. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Hey.
I think you'd probably traumatize those entering your
They
house.
would sue you.
They would sue you for what do they call it? Mental damages or whatever.
Mental damage.
I was just trying to sell you some bags of salt for baseball.
At fucking midnight.
I heard that you didn't like when we sent out the text, so I came to your house.
I saw a fire in the backyard. I thought you were having s'mores.
Mental Damages is a good band name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Not as
That's
good as-
what
not as good as
True
True
Blood-
Blood, though.
True Blood should be mental damages.
No, they're good.
That would be intimidating. You break
Big time.
The guy breaks in your house, and then all of a sudden, your Squid Game starts playing over the top.
Mhm.
That would be
That'd be sick.
badass.
Yeah. Always stay wired into the old speaker system.
for that reason. You guys got anything else?
Mm-mm.
I got something.
Mm.
So Myles, you mentioned on the Patreon a few weeks ago that you're thinking about doing 4-day work weeks with 10-hour days.
Okay, yeah.
And I have a theory the only way it's going to work out is if you golf really well for the first like 3 weeks of the year. Because I think after that, then you'll implement the 4-day work week.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are like encouraging me to like, you guys are like, hey, you need to stretch you out before you go play.
Just a
You
theory
know.
I have.
Yeah.
We talked about a 4-day work, 10-hour, 4 10s on
Or
Patreon.
just-
On Patreon,
Just
yeah.
4 days of work. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been tossing around in my head.
Let's just make sure that Myles golfs with us, and we just, hey, that's good, dude. Hey, you know what?
8-footer left to right about 4
Fuck.
feet.
I think that
Dude,
tree
I saw
you're
you make
behind
those
is
on the green, on the practice green.
I think that tree you're behind is an unnatural hazard. So pull your ball out of there, dude.
That tree's man-made. Pull that out.
Yeah, gallery rule. I
You know
know you should have found that ball.
You know what?
and
I'll
just
pull it
dropped
out
one.
for you. I'll pull
Fucking
it out for you.
relax. This isn't the Breakfast Ball podcast or whatever it's called.
Something like that.
No, I mean, the real hiccup is Ryan and the merch.
Mm,
Shipment's got to go out on Friday. So if Ryan's got to be here, then we all got to be here.
it's true.
So you guys take that up with him.
Mm. Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan.
I mean, I can get that shit done in the first couple hours.
That's true.
I'm here for the first couple hours by myself anyway, so
Oh, shots fired.
check the cameras. Fucking 6 a.m. every day.
A 4-hour work week.
Yeah,
Let's do
That's a
that.
book.
Tim Ferriss.
That's a book.
TM.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The book.
Yeah, I just outsource everything.
Just automate everything.
I got some guy in India handling my emails.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
my mom takes all my phone calls. Why does she take all my phone? Well, I live at home, but
Save on rent.
Yeah,
you got fun facts, Jerrod?
I do. More of a guess. The
Also, you notice how he brought that up again to remind me that I had said publicly, and he's brought it up because he knows that you guys didn't listen to Patreon,
I listened to it.
and so
Oh.
that it would become aware again. Because Jerrod really wants a 4-day work week.
I think he did
No.
it because it was on Patreon, and now this is going out to the masses. So now he's got thousands of more ears on
I mean,
it.
why stop at 4? Why not do 3?
Why not?
Oh, good.
Depends on how good you golf.
Why not 2?
220s.
Yeah,
220 is sick.
I mean,
nurses do like three. What is it, like 3 12s or
12s.
3?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
why not do 3 12s?
Good.
Good.
Why not do 140?
I would do 3 12s, 6 to 6. No lunch.
Pretty much you do anyway.
Lunch.
Or just eat lunch on the go. Have it at your hip.
Yeah. Fucking
No
hip lunch.
sitting.
Yeah,
You can sit
fucking
on
hip
Thursday.
lunch.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about it. There's probably a whole fucking day's worth of shit we cut out of this company. If we're being honest. And maybe like in the winter, we aren't like jazzed up about a 4-day work week. But in the summer, that'd be great. You go outside, fucking mostly just go golfing.
Yeah, hit the
That's what my best friend's company does in the summers. I think it starts May 1st. They only work for like half days on Fridays. So they do like an 8 to noon or some shit.
A lot of accounting firms do that too.
Yeah.
In the summers outside of tax
Also,
season.
dentists never work on Fridays. What's up with that?
Because they can do whatever they want.
But it's every dentist.
I know, because they're smart. They all collectively decided not to compete with each other on available hours.
Except for that one dentist that fucks everything up and just gets everybody on Fridays.
Yeah.
I think there's a correlation between how much school you attend and how many days a week you work post graduation.
Yeah. Because bankers, they're banker hours. That's a thing.
Yeah, but you don't go
Also,
to school to be you only go to 4
apparently
years,
dermatologists are the cushiest of all cushy hours. Like someone was talking about it this weekend that they're talking about their friends that do that. And it's like, it's actually very hard to be a dermatologist because everyone wants to be a dermatologist because it's so cake.
Myles, I scheduled a dermatology
There
appointment.
we go. Yeah. Because
I scheduled one in this last January. I did. Hey, I want soonest available. Mid-June.
that's what I'm saying.
Holy shit.
6.5
'Cause
months.
they have
Over a year.
Yeah.
It's insane.
They have a 4-hour work week. They're actually living that book.
It is insane. I'm like, okay, well, put me on the schedule in June. I better put this on my calendar. Otherwise, I'm going to forget.
Just send a picture, whatever you got, to Dr. Pimple Popper. She'll
That's
check it
true.
out for you.
Yeah. I just got to get my moles checked.
Oh.
Too many moles to send pictures
Well,
of
why
them.
don't you strip down after this? I'll take some photos. We can send them off.
Take your shirt off.
We actually could probably have AI analyze that. Our
That's
new
true.
Garrett, what's her name? Sharon 9000.
Sandra 9000.
Sandra 9000.
GG. Yeah.
But Miles, who has it easier, pharmacist or dermatologist?
Dermatologist.
Okay.
Because pharmacy just sounds like busy work. You know, you're just fucking counting pills and shit. Whereas like dermatologist, you could just walk in and be like, yeah, oh, look good.
We'll swab it, test it, and I'll just do whatever the test says to.
See you in 2 years.
Yeah, just refer them to someone else.
Yeah, you're right. We uncovered the next cushiest medical job, and that is dermatology. And obviously, they are like cutting moles off and shit, but that's just kind of fun. That's satisfying.
It's ASMR.
You guys can't tell me you haven't seen someone with a giant mole, and you're like, God, it'd be nice to cut that thing off.
Yeah.
I got one.
Yeah, it's meditate. There's just meditation is what they're doing.
Probably more soothing than like massage therapy. Being in a darkish room with like calming music.
Dude,
I'd say dermatologist.
Soft blues.
I think
Soft blues.
I think it would suck to be a massage therapist because like you're in this calming room, you've got the scents going, whatever, and then you just got to rub somebody else's back.
Yeah.
It's
That's
just
true.
Like,
And
you're-
then they get a boner, and you're like, God,
God, now what?
now it's all weird.
You know?
You see on White Lotus when he got a boner.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome. No, just like it was I'm glad they put that in because everyone was like, "This guy's got to be popping a Woody here soon."
Yeah, they did give us what we wanted.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah.
knew that guy was getting a boner.
Yeah.
Give us what we want.
Also, definitely prosthetic.
for sure. Yeah.
That guy wasn't
Yeah,
packing
so-
that kind of heat.
No, someone had a button behind the scenes.
Tyler, you still get a massage every week?
Every week. No, I've never got a like the most frequent I think was like every 3 months, and I haven't gotten one in a hot
Oh, I
minute.
thought you had. Never mind.
It's because he lives out of town now.
Yeah.
That's true.
At one point, it was one a month.
I think that was what I was told to do, but I never did it actually once a
Oh,
month.
That's what it was.
Yeah. I think the most frequent was like every 3 months. More realistic was like every 6.
I still have a coupon for a massage that I got a few years ago. I've been just waiting to use the right time. That is like,
It's the greatest
getting
gift.
like
You're
a free
"Ah."
massage is awesome, but it's just there's not a lot of urgency to use it.
I don't know why.
Do you know what I mean?
For sure. I have 2 of them. I think I have 2 couples massages that we still have to go. Let's fucking do it.
Mic us up, and the whole podcast is just, oh yeah. Fuck. Oh, God. Oh.
That's 4.
Shit. Oh, yeah. It's just, there's no urgency to get a massage.
Mhm.
I feel like the same thing, dermatologist. I don't feel like I can ever get an appointment.
Yeah.
For a masseuse?
Well, I don't know. I feel like
Yeah, you can get those.
Don't
pretty
lie
easy.
to us. You haven't even tried.
No, I feel okay. I went to.
It's not the problem. Isn't availability. The problem is you just are never motivated enough to schedule the massage.
I think I've probably only been to like maybe 2 different like massage places, and I don't really want to venture out. I don't know why. One of
Yeah.
those things where it's like once you know a place is good, you don't want to venture out. God, you guys, I know what you all are thinking right now.
It's so good.
They haven't even been shut down yet, which is awesome.
Yeah, my last place got shut down. I was devastated.
They got digged.
Like I'm just waiting to see the article in the newspaper that like it's shut down.
Yeah, it's
Fuck,
fucking
I wish I could have used my couple's massage there.
Yeah.
Robert Kraft ruined it for all of us.
Dude,
God.
you guys should get a massage before like June. Use that coupon.
Hey, before the summer series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get rested
That's
up.
true. Yeah, my
How's the
wife,
knee?
wife's also pregnant, so she can't really do massages right now.
They
So
do.
I'm
You
gonna
can
delay
get. You can,
There's pregnancy massages.
You can, but it's just it's
Just
not
lay
the
on your
same.
side.
I
Well, it's
remember
like
when
you do it like in a chair. They have a special chair so their belly like hangs through it,
yeah.
so that it doesn't put any pressure on the baby.
I remember Anne scheduled this couples massage on vacation last year. And so she was pregnant. And so she got the pregnancy one. And she said the lady was so not massaging her at all that she's like, I just felt like she was just rubbing her
yeah.
hands over. her.
They're like more relaxation because it's like something with like all the the reaction to your muscles being continuously kneaded over. Like as a chemical, it's bad for the baby. So it's just like relaxation
So don't
and not
get a massage then when you're pregnant. Good call, Ryan.
give her one for like post maternity leave.
Yeah, like after 6-ish weeks after
Yeah.
you have a kid.
Make a coupon book yourself and give it to her.
Yeah.
Good for
Do an
one
at-home
free
massage.
Ryan massage.
Little DIY massage.
6-ish weeks.
6 to 7-ish weeks
It's
after you have the kid. I heard that's like heightened when they really need it the most.
They got the most stress running through their muscles.
yeah, you give her a coupon. It's a good for one couple's massage. I massage your back, you massage my feet.
Funny thing about my feet, they're located on my cock.
Just do that right.
You guys.
We're just looking out for
I
you.
can't laugh very hard, otherwise I'll start coughing. So
We're trying to get you kid
it
number
was
3.
a good one.
Mhm.
I haven't even had kid number 2 yet.
I know,
Tyler.
but you can plan for the future.
I'm not taking any advice from you on pumping kids out because
What do you mean? I'm good at it.
No, I
I'm
understand that.
fucking best.
But it just seems like I don't want my wife to have to be pregnant every month.
Hey, I'm just get him done.
No, I don't want to get him done. It's
You're literally having kids at the exact same cadence as me.
That's
delayed.
That doesn't seem right.
Delayed.
Yeah.
We're delayed by 3-4 years though.
Yeah, but it's still the same
same
cadence.
ratio.
Yeah.
Well, you're like 27. You had your first kid at like 19.
20. I am at 25.
Really?
Which is a perfectly normal age.
I thought it was like 20. Yeah.
No.
Who's your wife?
Yeah, she was 21.
There we go. That's what it was.
You found
I
it.
knew it was in there somewhere.
This fun fact is more of a question, then I'll tell you the fun fact.
Okay.
How did I phrase this? Oh god, I already screwed this up. Which is the only U.S. state capital without McDonald's?
Like McDonald's in the city or actually in the Capitol building?
In the city.
Gotta be Honolulu.
Nope.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say no. I've seen one there.
Are we overthinking it?
Boise.
Nope.
Oh well, I'll just name all the
Pier?
state caps.
Southeast.
without a McDonald's.
Montpelier.
Bingo.
Is that Vermont?
Yep.
Wow.
It also happens to have the smallest population of any state capital with just over 8,000 residents.
Wow.
No shit.
Mhm.
Huh.
Wow. You know, I don't know how I remember Montpelier.
Is your last
Here I
name?
am.
Vermont is the same as Montpelier, and it's my last name. It's like a whole fucking-
Vermontpelier.
Vermontpelier. What's the capital of
Here we go.
New Hampshire?
Harrisburg.
Hartford? No, it's Connecticut.
New Hampshire. York.
Concord?
I think it's Concord. I'm all rusty.
Yeah, I think
New
it's
Hampshire, Concord, Connecticut. What'd you say? Hartford.
Yep.
Oh yeah, got him down. Maine,
Yeah.
Augusta, Michigan, Lansing, Kentucky, Frankfurt,
oh.
Arkansas.
Arkansas is Little Rock. That's like so easy. That one is.
That's all I got.
Good to go.
Yeah, I don't have any capitals to quiz you on.
What's Tennessee's?
Knoxville.
Nashville.
It is.
Oh, it is Nashville. Yeah. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's always like, not always, but it feels like it's never the one you think.
Mhm.
Well, is that it?
That's it.
Guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of You Betcha Radio Podcast. We'll see you in the next one. Love you guys.
It's a basket full of lies and teeth. Rotting sugar crumbles underneath our grief. Plastic grass tangled like shattered dreams. Chocolate bunnies scream, yeah, they scream. On the naughty list, but don't even care. Offer proposal in the cold night air. Trade a ring for a rod at the fishing spot. Who needs love unless it's twisted plot? True blood tripping on a hollow stage. Kids are talentless and filled with rage. Juggling fear while the crowd just stares. Moms can't sing, but nobody dares. On the naughty list, but don't even care. Offer proposal in the cold night air. Trade a ring for a rod at the fishing spot. Who needs love unless a twisted plot? True blood dripping on a hollow stage. Kids are talentless and filled with rage. Juggling fear while the crowd just stares. Moms can't sing, but nobody dares. On the naughty list, but don't even care. Offer proposal in the cold night air. Trade a ring for a rod at the fishing spot. Who needs love unless a twisted plot? Flying those fires so much it's insane. Flames chasing wild like they got no chain. Paranoid doors like their jobs made before. A world on edge, always wanting more. Naughty list, but don't even care. Offer proposal in the cool night air. Trade a ring for a rod at the fishing spot. Who needs love or life's a twisted plot?
Workplace question. How do I politely tell a coworker who is trying to do stuff outside of work to F off?
I'm going to assume this is strictly platonic. Where are you going?
He's got ice his knee. He's got to pee.
He's limping bad, by the way.
He's always running. He's fine. He can play.
I'm gonna assume this is strictly platonic. That would be funny. He turns the corner, forgets there's a window there, and he
Yeah.
just is like, he's just
He
fine.
did. He took off when he turned the corner.
He had a little limp.
This is a strictly platonic relationship, I'm guessing.
Yeah. It sounds like
Because doing stuff outside of work could be like hand stuff, you know. But I'm gonna guess it's
He only
platonic.
wants to do hand stuff at work. No hand stuff.
No, outside of work.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do it. He only wants to do it at work, not outside.
Yeah.
keep work at work.
Yeah, you got to feel the situation out because there's a certain type of person that no matter what excuse you come up with, like they'll always ask, you know, because you have some friends that you invite him to enough stuff. Eventually you're like, let's just not even invite him. He's not going to show up anyways. And you just don't ask him to do
Get
stuff.
taken off the roster.
But this guy feels like he's going to keep him on the roster at all times. I think you gotta weigh it out, right? So I think we've had a similar question like this before, and I think some of my advice was go hang out with them and be such a terrible time
Yeah.
that you don't get asked again. So that's one option. I think another option is you really got to go, all right, if I just tell him no, I don't want to hang out, and you take that off the chin, right? It's going to be absolute 3 minutes of just sheer uncomfortableness. Is that worth not getting asked again? Can I endure 3 minutes of pain?
But it's 3 minutes of pain every time you see him from there on out.
But you could say it in a way that it doesn't linger.
And you can still be cordial too.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like you have to quit saying hi to him. in the
But what's
morning.
kind of funny, he's being nice to you. You're annoyed about it. So then you eventually go, like, you put your foot down, like, dude, I just don't really want to hang out. And then it flips. Because then after that, every time at work, you are trying to be nice to him
Yeah.
while he's being annoyed of you.
He's got leverage almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it actually is kind of a win-win for you. Now, not only do you not have to hang out with this guy, you now get to annoy this guy who's annoyed you for so long.
And then once you feel bad, you can ask him to hang out with you.
And he'll say no, and then it's a cycle.
Mm-hmm. No, and then when he says no, you're like, we're even.
Yep.
Can we start over?
Deal done.
And like pull out a contract. Say
Yeah.
like neither of us will ask each other to hang out ever. Both sign it. Be good.
Yeah, or just tell him your wife won't let you. Be like, my wife knows a little bit about you, and she's a huge fan, and she won't let me hang out
My
with
wife's
you.
a total bitch.
Yeah, just talk shit about your wife.
Yeah, just you throw the blame on her. Throw the blame on someone else.
Mm-hmm.
If you do not want to say no.
Yeah.
That's actually maybe a good product we could put out as a company is just excuses book.
Mm-hmm.
And we can have expansion packs because eventually people are going to run out of them, right? Like let's say we come up with 1,000 excuses and put them on a little flip book, kind of like the flip book
For Christmas.
for Christmas
Oh, yeah.
responses to
Yeah.
getting gifts, just excuses for not wanting to hang out.
Yeah.
And you just flip through them and like, okay, you've done 1,000 of them. You buy the You Betcha expansion pack and you could even buy them with themes, you know? If it's like, he keeps asking you to go to trivia night, we'd have a whole trivia themed excuses.
Mhm. I've never seen
Yeah.
Harry Potter before.
I've never seen Harry Potter.
That's a really good one for Harry Potter trivia.
It is. Yeah. I've never seen The Lady and the Tramp, you know?
It's like 50 of them right there.
It's like just every Disney movie. I've never seen Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, so it's kind of a hole in my Harry Potter game.
I've seen the rest of them, but I
I've seen the
can't
rest
tell.
of them; they're good, but
Yeah.
I just never got around to
Number 5 didn't
to
make
the
much
Goblet of
sense.
Fire.
I've only,
I'm not a big goblet guy, you know.
I've only seen the first 10 seasons of Grey's Anatomy, so I'm not super touched up on the last
Yeah.
couple.
That would
Kind of
actually,
a-
you'd actually be fucked because there's like 40 seasons.
I know.
I'm actually kind of a Grey's Anatomy purist, and I think these late seasons are kind of bullshit. So yeah, I'm kind of not that useful. I'm mostly dead weight. You know, these are the type of excuses you're gonna get from the You Betcha excuse book.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you can buy it at oubetcha.com. You have 2 days to get that on the website, Ryan.
Yeah. Okay. Digital copies coming your way.
PDFs
Yeah.
made
We're-
by ChatGPT coming your way.
Mhm. And audiobooks.
That won't be that hard.
It'd be kind of a fun brainstorm session.
Yeah.
Guys, we've done all these excuses before. Come on, let's come up with some good. We've done diarrhea. We've done I don't know them.
I'm tired. I can't think of anymore. Right. Put that down.
There you go.
Enough excuses out of you.
Wait, we've done all these excuses. Yeah. I've already been to Grey's Anatomy trivia. I don't need to go a second time.
Yeah. That's the sequel.
Yeah, I got rid of Hulu or whatever it's on.
Yeah.
So yeah, get yourself a You Betcha excuse book.
You have no excuse.
You have no excuse. Yeah, and they're gonna respond and be like, "Oh, you know, I don't have any cash on me right now." Great excuse. They're gonna give excuses to us on why not to buy an excuse book.
Yeah, that's good.
Guys, if you want more You Betcha Radio, you got to check out our Patreon. You got to go to patreon.com/You Betcha Radio or look us up on the app, and we have hundreds of hours of other episodes on there that you can't get unless you're signed up. So you got to check us out on Patreon. You Betcha Radio, baby.